everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's Simply Jessica here today with another easy peasy but going to be beautiful DIY. Excuse me. All of the items I am using today are from the Dollar Tree, and this is just going to be great. I know it is. So what I did was picked up 3 of these red plastic charger plates. Now again, you can use any colors you want, color combinations. I wanted to do red and silver, but unfortunately, I was having a hard time finding a bunch of silver Christmas balls that I need for this. So we're gonna do red and gold. This red charger plate, first of all, is gorgeous. Look how pretty this charger plate is. Just black on the back, beautiful candy apple red on the front. I picked up 2 packs of these ornaments here that have 15 in each, and they come in these 3 different designs. So we have the gold with the glitter all over. We have this one here that has like these little rigid pieces that feels really cool. And then we have this design here. So 3 different ones. I'm just going to move those to the side. Take our charger plates, put those over there. So we have charger plate number 1. Okay, so I am starting with the gold little glitter ones here. That's what I'm going to start with to make our J. So what we're going to do is we are just going to pop those little tops off, take our scissors, and we are just going to cut off the little topper, okay? So we're gonna do that to all of them. And I think you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so there's 9. I don't know why there's 9, so there must have been 5 in one pack and 4 in the other, but that's okay. So we, again, just cutting off the little tops here. And they come off pretty easy. All right, so I'm just gonna wipe this glitter off again. Now, I have this line here in the middle of the table. There is like a little dot here in the center. So I'm kind of just lining that up so I have our center. That's what I'm doing, okay? Now, when I start to glue these on, I'm going, so here is my line in this table. You guys can see that, right? And this will be my center. I'm going off to the side of that line because this is going to be the J. So we're going to need it to come down and go back up. And it'd be in the center of the plate instead of coming down this way and going up. So we're going to start on the side here of that line. So whatever you find to make your center. And we're just going to take our hot glue gun. And we're just gonna add some right there to the top where the hole is. And I'm just gonna start from the top here and push that down. So just slightly to the side of that line, right? And that's all we're gonna do. I'm gonna take our ornaments, put the glue where the hole is, and we're gonna come straight down like so. Trying to keep a straight line here. And just come on down with the ornaments. Now, once you hold it there for a second, these seem to pretty much grab on pretty easy. So some hot glue here. I'm gonna need another glue stick in a minute. And just coming down in a straight line. There we go. And this is how we're going to make our letters, okay? And I really think that this gold on this red is like super beautiful. But you guys know I am like a huge red and white, red and silver type of girl. But unfortunately, I seriously could not find any of, I didn't get them all, any of the either white and or just a bunch of silver ornaments. We're going to come down now to the center here, a little bit lower so we can start the hook of our J there. more. Okay. So it is going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it is going to take the 9 of them. I'm not sure why there was 5 in one and 4 in the other, but that is kind of how this worked out, which is fine because it's working out perfectly. And then our last one. Come on. There we go. And now we have our beautiful J. We're going to let that kind of just sit. I really want those ornaments there to just kind of hang out there a little bit more with that glue. And we're going to grab our next charger plate. And the next print that I am going with are like this little one here that kind of looks, I know I'm like right in your face, that kind of looks like a disco ball, kind of has like the little spiky things on there. Okay, so what we are going to do here is, again, find your center. I'm lining mine up again with the crack of this table here. Make my life a little bit easier. Right about there. And we're going to take our ornaments, put the hot glue there at the bottom, just like we did. Now this one we're going to bring down a little bit. So I'm going to do like a thumb, maybe like a 2 thumb space there. And just go down with our ornament there. Same thing, hot glue where that hole is. And then we're gonna come about there. I just like to have my top and my bottom. That leaves us 8 of the little spiky balls here. So we'll have 4 fitting in here, 4 over here to make our O, okay? So I kind of want to go, I know sometimes I have to lay them on here to see like how this is going to go. Move it out. I really do. Like I'm such a terrible like visual person. So I kind of have to put them on. I'm trying to just lay them out here so I know where we are gluing them. So just like that. Okay, so 4 on one side, 4 on the other. I'm just gonna glue these down so we have our O. Okay, so now they're all glued in place and we have our O. Now I'm going to take the ribbed ones here, the last of the different designs, and I'm just going to do it the exact same thing on the last charger plate. Pop those tops off, wherever my scissors went. Pop those tops off, give it a good cut, hot glue, and just make our Y. Okay, so I'm just going to do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the Y is done. That was easy peasy. 4 straight down, 2 off the tops to make your Y. Okay, so we're going to put that one to the side, and we are going to get our other letters out here. So I have our O and our J right here. So I'm going to show you how we're going to connect these, okay? Come on. Just trying to get some of these glue webs off of here. We're going to take some jute cord and we're going to cut a nice piece off, all right? Just so it doesn't matter if we have extra, we can glue it down. On the back of the charger plate, we are going to glue this to the back. So I'm just going to find which way my O looks the best. I think like this. So flip it around. And we are going to hot glue our string right back here. I just want to make sure that we're in the center as much as I can here. I'm just going to make this even. That's our center. and then we're gonna glue. Like that, okay? I want that to be a little longer. And we're just going to take our glue. We're gonna go straight down and we're gonna lay that on top of there. Let that sit for a second. And then we're gonna take the other side. And we're going to do the same thing here. So we're just going to hot glue and add our string. Just let that sit there for a second because we're going to have to go over top of this so it has a nice hold. We're going to use a lot of hot glue here, but it does work. So we're just going to go over top of this string, both sides here, just to give this a nice hold. So we're just going to have to let this sit and really, really cool down because we want this, because we don't care about the back, we ain't going to see it. So we're just going to get that hot glue all over this string here, down the sides, come on, and just all over. All right, that way it is just covered and on this plate so it holds our little strings here in place. That is what the back looks like. We are going to do the same exact thing to the top of the J and the top of the Y. So I'm just going to put this over there to cool off, and I'm going to put the J on and I'll put the Y on, and I will be right back. Now, real quick with the J, you don't need to have like an extra long one. This is just going to be your hanging piece. So I did try to find the center here, even this up, and then I'm just going to glue these two pieces down. We're going to glue it whoops, took the Christmas ball with us. We are going to glue it the exact same way with overpowering it with hot glue. You don't need an extra long string top here because this is just going to be what you hang it with. So I did that, and again, we're just going to cover this with the hot glue. All right, I just flipped this one over because there's a lip that is not touching the table, and we're just gonna let that cool because I wanna do a little bit to the top here. So I'm taking one of the Dollar Tree Christmas trees here, and we're just gonna cut some of this greenery off here. I'm gonna go with some of the longer ones. Sometimes these work great, sometimes they don't. So I'm going to cut, I would say, like 2 of the longer ones, and then maybe come up here and get like 4 of the longer ones here, then come up here and get like 2 or 4, we'll see. I'm gonna cut 4 just to have them, of the smaller ones up here. All right, I have our little pieces cut here. So I cut some of the long ones and I cut some of the short ones. I'm gonna take our longer pieces here and just kind of stretch them out. I'm going to go in the center here, and I'm just going to add 2 of the long ones. We might go over the top with like the short ones. I don't know yet. So we're going to take the 2 long ones here, and we're going to go right by like our first string that's hanging here. We're going to add some hot glue, take the 2 of them, and down we go. So it comes off the side like this, pointing up a little bit, just so they kind of come down. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side here. So taking our 2 longer ones that we have, pointing up just a little, so they kind of point down. Giving that a little bit there. I'm going to give it a little hold so we can cool. There we go. Now I've cut the little ones. I didn't know if we were going to need more to make it look maybe fuller. But to be honest to you, I don't really know if we're going to need that. So I'm going to stop messing with it so it actually stays. I'm just going to add some hot glue there because I'm busy playing around with it here. So I'm not sure I don't think we're gonna need it, but. So then we have our 2 pieces of greenery there, which I think is so cute. And I'm going with the darker red poinsettia because it has the gold center here. So we're just gonna pop one of those flowers off of there. We're gonna cut some of that stem right off. We are going to hot glue that little plastic piece there, and we're gonna go right down in the center. Just like that. Just so we have a little bit of decorative topping here. Now again, they have the little pieces cut. You can, if you decide, you can put some in here if you feel like you need more. I honestly think the 2 pieces are very just simple and delicate, and I think it's perfectly fine that way. So that is how I'm going to leave it. So we'll let that cool over there. And I'm going to bring over our Y and our O. So you see I have the strings on both. Now what we're going to do to attach these is we're going to want to leave about, I don't even think that's an inch. Where is my ruler? Give me a second. All right, so we have an inch right here. And I lied, it's about an inch. Okay, we're gonna leave an inch of string on both sides. All right, now I'm gonna have to clear this off and we're gonna have to work sideways in a minute, just so I can actually get them all connected. So, an inch, we're gonna leave out hanging here. And we need to get this hot glued onto the back of the O. So I'm going to flip that O over, flip this Y over, and we're going to be able to tell pretty much how even the centers are by the fact that our strings are on here, and we know this is the center. So we're going to pull this down, leaving about an inch out. So about that much. All right. I'm just making eyeballing it here to make sure that we have it in the right spot. We're going to take our hot glue, measure this up, add a piece there, get that bad boy stuck on there. Come on this side, do the same. Get that on there so you can work with it from here. Just still measuring to make sure it looks about the same. And get this hot glued down. And then we are going to do the exact same thing we did here. You see how that's all nice and white and it's stuck on there? We're going to do the same thing going around this because we really want it to hold. Okay? And this is how we're going to connect the charger plates together. And we're just going to keep adding until this is covered. All right, push that down in there a little bit. Same thing here. So we're just going to cover that, and then I'm going to connect the O to the J the exact same way we just did this. All right, so this is the O and this is the J. Just wanted to show you I did the same thing. Measured about an inch here in the gap, and then just glued that bad boy down and let that just hang out. You don't want to touch it right away. Let it hang out. Let it cool. This one's already starting to turn white. We'll be able to move it soon. Once this is done, it is done. And I'm going to hang this on this door back here so you can get a better look at it. But I'm like already obsessed and I didn't even see it all together yet. So as soon as this just cools enough for me to be able to hang this, I will, and I will be right back. Okay guys, so there it is. Hanging. My Y is a little crooked, I know. So I'm going to have to try to straighten that out because it will drive me nuts. But, and the lighting, let me put a flash on here. Maybe this will help. But look how gorgeous. Seriously. I love how the ornaments just shine and they're so shimmery. My crooked Y, I just got to straighten that out a little bit. So tip real quick. On the back, when you are attaching the rope, you want to put a lot of hot glue under the rope and on top of the rope for it to hold. I'm doing that video purposes. That way I can get it done and I can show you what it looks like. You may want to use some super glue. You may want to use glue them down and possibly use duct tape and go over top of them so it holds. The charger plates are heavy, so you want to make sure that you have a good hold on there. The lighting in here is not the best, but you can see when I move up with this flash, you can see the difference between the two where there's no light. Look how red that plate is. Look how gorgeous this gold is. I am just in love. Top of the string to the very bottom is a total of 43 inches. That is amazing. I love this. I don't exactly know what door it is going on, but it is going on one because in person, like I said, when you get up there with the light and see the change of color of this plate and this gold, it is so super pretty. And it was so easy to make, okay? Just hot glue, plates, string, we are good to go. But that's it, guys. I hope you have a fantastic day, and until next time, bye now.